What's up, Libra? It's your girl Kelly coming straight at you for the Queen Tarot Bee in Boston. So this is for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Mars, and Venus. If it's not your story, don't make it fit. Remember, this is a general reading. I can read lots of people, but not everybody. That being said, thank you for being patient. My daughter was very, very sick when she came out of the NICU. She was sick for about a week. She was allergic to her formula, so she was vomiting like the exorcist, and yeah, she was screaming for 6, 7 days straight. She's finally now resting in the other room, and I can finally get back to making my videos. So we'll be getting back to a weekly schedule, but I am a new mom, I'm a wife, I'm a this, I'm a that. I'm wearing 20 different hats. So just be a little patient with me. And for those of you that have been hanging out on the channel, just being patient, I truly appreciate it. My little munchie is now back to herself. As far as cross watchers, welcome, welcome, welcome. You are free to cross watch, leave comments. Just know that sometimes the energy comes in vice versa for me, which means that it can either be what Libra is doing or feeling, or what you're doing or feeling. So if it comes in and it is vice versa, feel free to leave a comment. That way I know which way the energies are coming in this week. Speaking of weeks, this is for February 8th through the 15th, 2020. If you feel like you need a more personalized reading, feel free to hit me up at the email in the box below, and I will send you a list of services. With that being said, I'll be doing lives once a month. I will let you guys know when I'm going live, and you can feel free to join. It's $5 questions and up. If we're just doing spiritual chat, the spiritual chat is free, so you can join in on that. But if you have a more personalized question, bleh, it's late and I'm tired. Baby's kept me up for a week straight. If you have a more personalized question, it's a donation of $5 and up. Anyway, getting into the good stuff. Libra, I feel like you guys were presented with an opportunity to be with somebody. And at the time, it feels like you weren't sure. And it feels like a third-party interruption there. It feels like they got in the middle of whatever it was that you were trying to accomplish with this person. And in the end, it ended up sending you and this person in different directions. Whoever got involved really got involved and got to the point where you two went in different directions. You split and went separate ways. And now that things have changed, I think, for you, your circumstances are different, you want to bring that connection back together, but unfortunately this person has moved on. This person has found their person and created a whole new life. And so it feels as though there's a long history between you guys, or a history between you guys that's not bad, but it's not so great either. But there's no way to really reconnect that bond, to super glue it back together the way that it was before. Okay? This person has moved on. It feels like some of them have found their person and created a life, or they're dating, they're doing different things, and they're not interested in reconnecting with this. Too many things went wrong. Too many people got hurt, especially them. And so it's like they don't want to recreate that bond, okay? They, at the time, wanted you to stick up for them, to, what are they saying? To be that knight in shining armor, or to be that girl who sticks up for them and fights for them. And that didn't happen. And so in the end, you went your separate ways. And now that you want to fight for them, they're completely moved on. And it feels like that cycle came to a close. That person went through a death and a rebirth. They went through their cocoon. They came out this majestic butterfly, and they're flapping their wings, enjoying life. And you come barreling back in like, hey, I made up my mind. And they're like, hey, I don't care. And I'm not trying to be harsh, but at the time, you couldn't make up your mind. And that I always say it, indecision is a decision. So when you were undecided about where you wanted to go in the future with this person, based on how you were feeling with this third party intervention and all this stuff going on, maybe there's a long distance between the two of you, they moved on and they created their own life, whether they're single, whether they found their person, whether they're dating, they've created their own life. And now you come back in on your horse, and instead of being their knight in shining armor, they're looking at you like, what are you doing here? And so that's the feeling I'm kind of getting for you guys, because this person is doing well for themselves. And the last thing they really wanted was for you to come riding back in on your white horse. They feel like it's a little too late. Too little, too late, Libra. So that messenger is just telling you, you need to back up. You need to rethink what you're doing here, because this person doesn't want you to interfere with their life, okay? They view you as a friend, but they don't view you as anything past that anymore. So whatever this third party was, they really destroyed everything between you. Let's see what the cards have to say. Oh, the cards are being difficult, which tells me that you're going through some difficulty letting this person go. And like I said, I feel like you do have a long history with them. You do have a past with them. Could be a marriage. It could be a long-term relationship. Or it could be that you felt like this was your person, but everything got messed up. I keep seeing the Ten of Cups here. I wanted to say the Ten of Pentacles, which means unexpected money. So you could be having money coming your way. The Ten of Cups is here with the Moon, which tells me that there was a lot of secrets. Even though you felt this was your person, you didn't fight for them at the time. You kept a lot of secrets. Or they kept a lot of secrets, one or the other. And now it's like they have their walls up. They're letting you know, like, you're in the friend zone and that's where you're going to stay. And I feel like you want to help them, but you're going to have to help them as a friend. We got jumpers. Yeah, there was definitely a third party involved here. They have their wall up and they don't want an offer from you. They don't feel that you can provide the happiness that they want anymore. They feel like when you didn't fight for them, that showed them your true colors of who you truly were. That you really must not have had these feelings for them if you didn't fight for them. You never made that offer, and so now these walls are up and you're in that friend zone and you're not coming back out. They felt that you had too many secrets at the time. You weren't being honest. You weren't telling the truth. And for them, at the time, with third-party involvement, the secrets, all the bullshit, they don't want any part of this anymore, okay? Now that you've finally got your life figured out, or whatever it is figured out, they don't really want a part of it. They just want you to be their friend. And I feel like that's killing you. They don't find happiness with you anymore. You're not their person. And with that, you know, behaving like a page at the time, you didn't fight for them. You didn't stand up for what you believed in. You just let this third-party involvement push you over like a pushover. And you let their feelings go to the wayside. And so not making this offer and being standoffish at the time and letting this third-party involvement kind of run the show made them feel very, very unhappy. And they don't want that for themselves again. But here you are, the Queen of Swords, contemplating what you want. And now that you finally figured it out, this person is looking at you as though, well, it's about time, but that's nice. You should have thought of that years ago, or whatever time frame that is. I don't do time frames. I find them ridiculous. So you should have thought about that a long time ago. Now that I'm doing good and you see me doing good, don't come back. If you want to be my friend, that's okay. But don't come back expecting me to be in that same frame of mind that I was in before. Yeah, they've gone through a significant change. That warm, bubbly personality that they had, that charm, whatever it was that attracted you to them, is no longer the same. They've gone through a transformation here. They've gone into their cocoon and they've come out a butterfly. They're off doing their own thing, and they're willing to have you as a friend, but they're not willing to risk everything they have on somebody who wouldn't even stick up for them at the time, is what I'm getting. And so they close that cycle out without any closure. They've put you in the friend zone and figured, oh, well, I probably won't hear from that person again, since they feel like, I'm just going to be honest with you, Libra, they feel like you didn't have the balls to stand up for them at the time. Whatever this third party involvement was, you didn't have the balls to say, hey, I want you in my life, so I'm going to stick up for you. Instead, you hid from the problem. And don't feel bad, Libra. I'm not getting on you. I mean, there are times when every sign hides from a problem, and then it goes in their skeletons, and then later on, you've got to deal with it. And this is your portion of dealing with it, guys. And I feel like at the time, you really caused them a lot of burden, a lot of heartache, a lot of trouble. Having to explain like what happened between you two and how, what are they saying? How you didn't stick up for that person. There was no equal give or take here. There was no equal reciprocation. They were showing you their love, their honesty, their trust, and you broke that. And now that they found a new beginning with this Ace of Pentacles, they don't want you interrupting it. Now that you finally made up your mind on what it is you want, they're not interested in it. So although you might feel like this is your person, they're not feeling the same way. They're not reciprocating that feeling. Okay? I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but here it is right here. You know, at the time, this person may have wanted that with you, with the Hierophant. But there you were, indecisive. You weren't sure what you wanted. Sorry about the glare. You were sitting there, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, looking at all these different options and not sticking up for their values and who they are. And so they retreated inside themselves and redesigned themselves in a death and rebirth. Like I said, they came out of that cocoon, a beautiful butterfly, and flew on and healed themselves. And the last thing they want you to do is come back and recreate a situation where you don't know what you want and you don't stick up for them again. You hide from a problem. They're happy where they're at. So let them be happy. If you want to be their friend, that's fine, because you're in this stage of contemplation here with the Queen of Swords. And this is an androgynous card. It can be male or female. So the king and queen are interchangeable. It's just the way they rule the roost. That's it. The way their mindset and their energy is. The King of Swords is more harsh. The Queen of Swords is contemplative. She thinks before she acts. The king, on the other hand, he just lops off heads and then thinks about it after, like, oh shit, that was my best advisor. I probably shouldn't have killed him. So this person moved on and found balance. They found a new life for themselves. They found the life that they're supposed to have. And here is that Six of Cups, that past with them, but they view it as the past. If you notice, it's in the reverse. It's a past experience that they learned from, and they no longer want it to be a present experience. And with the Empress, it's saying that they're abundant now. And the Two of Pentacles saying that they're balancing their life, they're in a good place. And notice how they have their back turned to the Six of Cups. This is a past experience to them, okay? They don't want you to come back in, and they don't want to relive what it was that they went through, if that makes sense. Well, guys, that's what I have for you for the week of September 8th through the 15th. If you guys need a more personalized reading, information is in the box below. Please feel free to email me, and I will send you a list of services. This is your girl, Kelly, coming straight at you for the Queen Tarot Beat in Boston. I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye, guys.